What's up, guys? Edgy here bringing another video, and today we are finally back. I know it's been a long time since I uploaded. I'm not going to make excuses, just going to tell you guys that I want to upload videos when I can, but scheduling is very tough. I bought a house in October. I don't know if I told you guys that, but I've been busy with that, you know, getting stuff for the house, taking care of stuff that needed to be done in the house, working a lot as usual. I've actually been on vacation for the past week. I finally go back to work tomorrow, and this is just going to be, you know, my first day of NCAA. Obviously, long-awaited game, a lot of hype behind it. It's been a decade since the last one came out, and it's awesome because normally I have a long gap from when I get tired of playing Madden and when the new Madden comes out, because there's not really anything to do in MUT after a certain point. You know, everyone's team is all 99s. It's not really that fun anymore. Now we have NCAA, a lot of different things to do. The Ultimate Team on here, I've been playing that for now. And then I'm going to start a Dynasty with my buddies in a couple days, and I'm going to try to make videos on that as well. But basically this video, I'm going to be going over my first day on the game, letting you guys know what I think about it, showing you guys some of the highlights from the head-to-head online games that I've played, whether it be squads or regular head-to-head. And then as well as just going over solo rewards and, you know, what you can get just from grinding for those of you who didn't get the deluxe edition. So real quick, let me go ahead and go to some of these clips, and I'll kind of start breaking down what you get from certain solos, what I did in the game, and all that. All right, guys, as you see right here, we did get the MVP bundle. So we got the deluxe edition of NCAA and the deluxe edition of Madden. Kind of go over with you what's in these packs. So as you see, there's a cover athlete pack, ultimate alumni pack, a lot of different things. Just to give you a head start, if you didn't get this edition of the game, you're not going to get all these bonus cards. But this is a cover athlete pack. So this one, I wasn't really sure on who to take. I wanted to see who was available in the other packs, so I went ahead and exited out of that. So right here, you get some really cool uniforms. If you don't want to wear a specific college for any reason, these uniforms are pretty nice. Okay, so this MVP pack, you get an 83 Joe Burrow. So you only get this pack if you got the MVP edition or the MVP bundle, which basically you get Madden and NCAA. So not everybody who got the deluxe edition of the game or the standard edition of the game is going to get this Joe Burrow. So for me, this was nice off the bat because I know out of that cover athlete pack, I don't need to take the quarterback. All right, guys, so this is the Heisman Hopeful pack. So you get a choice out of a bunch of 83s. For me, what I want when I first start playing a new Ultimate Team game, I want a really good wide receiver. I want a really good running back. I want a good quarterback. And then I just want some DBs, because I know ultimately if you want to play head-to-head, if you don't have good DBs and they're just getting toasted, you're not really going to have a chance. So I was going through these. I was thinking about taking the wide receiver, but I was like, you know what? There's a Travis Hunter in the welcome pack. I'm going to go ahead and take a free safety with 84 speed. That's very high at this point in the game. Like most of the receivers that are at low 80 overalls have like 80, 81 speed. So I figured 84 speed over the top should help us compete online. And then right here, I didn't really know what to do on this one. This is the Alma Mater pack. So I haven't been a big college football fan in years past. I was into it more when I was younger. I used to be a big fan of USC when they had Reggie Bush. But I've never really claimed to college. In NCAA, I did go ahead and choose Fresno State as my favorite team because that's where my city is. You know, I actually deliver to that campus all the time for work. But I just kind of don't really have a favorite college team. Like there's, you know, teams that I root for if I happen to turn on a game and watch it. But I don't watch a whole lot of college football other than watching film whenever the draft's approaching for the NFL. So as you see going through this pack, you get an option of a bunch of 81s. And this was kind of a hard choice because I didn't really know what I was going to get from solos or what I was going to get from everything else. But like I was saying, I really wanted to make sure I had a good running back, a good quarterback, at least one good receiver, and then some DBs. So in this pack, I kind of flipped through it, and ultimately I ended up going with the 81 Trevor Etienne. Let me go ahead and skip forward. So I went ahead and took Trevor Etienne. Pretty well balanced running back, good juke move, decent trucking, decent break tackle, decent speed. And I used him for quite a bit, and he was very Ultimate Alumni pack. This is the choice of a bunch of 82s. Just depending on your needs, like I said, I wanted to have some good DBs. So I was going through this, and I ended up taking Cooper DeJean. Unfortunately, the clip only lets you do 4 minutes on Xbox, and I didn't realize that it had stopped. But I did take Cooper DeJean from this. So I had a corner, a free safety. I took Travis Hunter from the cover athlete pack. I got the Joe Burrow, and then I took Trevor Etienne from that 81 pack. So I have a quarterback, receiver, running back, free safety, and a corner to start out my ultimate team. And this is just a screenshot real quick. If you guys are curious about the Joe Burrow stats, go ahead and just pause it and look over those. All right, guys. So at this point, I had done a bunch of the solos, and I was just kind of going over what you get from some of these. So I went ahead and did all the offensive scheme trials. So the cool thing about these is you get to try out different types of playbooks with, you know, different schemes, and then you get fantasy packs. As you see, I have a bunch of packs here. You get fantasy packs, and you get to pick between a couple different teams' playbooks with each of those styles. So, you know, you can have a bunch of playbooks in your binder, and kind of, you don't like something, you can try something else out, and then just keep moving on to a different one until you find something that fits your style. So I've gotten to mess with quite a few playbooks. As you see, got some packs here that are B&D packs from the solos, some 72s, 77, 74s. Nothing crazy, but early on in the game, these packs do help build your team up. Like a 74 corner is a lot better than a 67 or a 65, just in terms of speed alone. We do get an 80 overall B&D here, which 80s at this point in the game are very, very solid. And right here we get a free safety, which is huge. So we ended up playing him at strong. All right, guys, so at this point, I just finished all the defensive ones. And like I said, you know, all these different playbooks you can get from doing these types of challenges. I believe there's a couple packs I'm going to open in this one as well. I just did the players. I didn't open the playbooks on camera. I just did those separate so we could just do the players. So 72. Punter, you know, not the worst thing in the world. Right here we get a 74 wide receiver, which at the time I believe was an upgrade. Right here we get a 77, and we pull a center. Not mad at O-line. You need as many good offensive linemen as possible early on. Something you don't have to worry about for a while. And then our 80, we pull a kicker, which at first I was kind of upset about, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, I don't have to worry about buying a kicker. I have a decent kicker for, you know, at least the first couple weeks, maybe a month of the game. And then we're just going to go ahead and generate best lineup. So this is going to be my lineup after, I think, 3 strands of solos and all the MVP bundle deluxe edition stuff that we opened at the beginning. So not a bad squad. We're sitting at 74 overall. Obviously, it's still some holes on the team, but we have some, you know, higher overall guys to kind of carry the weight. All right, guys, so at this point, I had done every single solo available in the game on day 1. And then I believe I'm just going to go over. I have a couple more packs to open and then show you guys the updated lineup. I'm not sure how long I played, but I've been waiting for this game for a long time, and I was on vacation, so I definitely played a lot yesterday, a lot more than I normally would. We get a 74 right guard there. Like I said, I'm never upset about offensive linemen if they're upgrades. 77 middle linebacker, that's a better user than we had, so I was happy with that as well. Right here we get another 77 as a wide receiver. And then our last pack is a 79. And we pull a 79 outside linebacker, TJ Searcy. All right, and once again, we are just generating best lineup. So this is just to give you an idea of roughly how your team's going to be looking after doing the opening, all the opening solos and opening your pre-order bonuses. So 75 overall, definitely not bad. Like I said, we have some good players in certain positions, and then we have some silver still in some positions. And then right here, you'll see a ton of playbooks you get from those challenges. You can go through and find ones that you want to try out. And then they also have just the default spread option, spread, power spread, those type of playbooks. They're not team specific, so it's just one that's kind of based around that scheme. Same thing on the defensive side of the ball, a bunch of different ones. I'm actually using the 3-3-5, the default one, and I'm really liking it. It has a 3-3-5 split formation that's very nice. You can audible down, and basically your outside linebackers, it'll go into like a 3-3-5 wide if you're having trouble stopping the run. All right, guys, and this was my very first online experience. This is a house rules game. As you see, I'm everywhere. I'm lurking that. I think I get a little saucy in the return, ultimately get tackled. But all right, so you guys saw the pick. All I got to do is go down and score. I win the house rules game. Dropping back. We're going to find Travis Hunter on the post route for a touchdown to win our very first head-to-head game. All right, guys, so as you see the score right here, this is why you don't hop into any competitive head-to-head modes. Like I said, the last one was house rules. This was MUT squads with me being a 74 overall, and I think my buddy was a 70 overall. And we hopped in thinking, oh yeah, we'll put up a fight. And I was playing with my buddy and my little brother. And these dudes had a 90, an 89, and an 88 in their top three. Our top three was like an 84, 83, and an 82, I think. And we got dog walked, as you see. There wasn't much we could do. Outside of Travis Hunter, no one was getting open. We weren't really able to run the ball because they were, bringing the heavy box and they were using D-line. So we were very limited, but this was the sole highlight of this game. Obviously, we got the crap kicked out of us, but we did get a pretty cool play right here. I threw a little check down here, and I just got a little shifty. Made a couple guys miss, broke a tackle, and then just beat everybody else to the end zone. So it was just kind of ended the game on a high note after the terrible performance. But yeah, definitely don't recommend hopping into head-to-head until you have your team set up pretty well. All right, guys. So this was shortly after playing that that squads game with my buddy. We saw the starter bundle in the store, and you actually get 30 starters from this. Basically, like if you don't have a decent team, you get 15 players on offense, 15 players on defense. I had the pre-order points, so I wasn't spending any money. It was already on the account. So you get 3 options on offense, 3 options on defense. So you have balanced, pass, and a rush. And I was kind of trying to decide on this based on who I already had on my team. So I already had Joe Burrow, and I thought if I choose the pass one, it's probably going to give me a high overall quarterback, which is going to go to waste. So I was looking at balanced, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be what I want either. Like I already have one good receiver, so like I don't necessarily need a rushing one. And then I was thinking if I get the rush one, maybe it's going to give me a good tight end and some good offensive linemen, which I really needed. So I went ahead and took the offensive rushing one, and you'll see what's in this pack here if you haven't seen it somewhere else. So this is what that pack contains. 83 tight end with 83 speed. This dude is an absolute stud, and that was a huge addition for this squad. Obviously, these are all B&D cards, but if you're starting out in the game, you have the pre-order points. I think this is a good way to do it. I mean, unless you want to hold on to them until some good special offers come out. If you want your team to be competitive day one, this pack is pretty nice. So as you see, you get some quality offensive linemen, 79s. You get an 82 halfback. You get another receiver that's all right. This Gosnell, however you say his name, he's actually pretty solid as well. And then you also get 80 quick sell from each one of these packs, the offense and the defense. I already had an 80 kicker, so I went ahead and just took the coins and quick sold them. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up the defense one. And this one, it was kind of the same thing. I was thinking coverage, but I was like, I already have a free safety and a corner. So what's going to help me out the most? I didn't really have anything in the front 7. So I was like, let me take the blitz one and just kind of beef up the front 7 a little bit, help the secondary out. So as you see, 81 D tackle, 79 strong safety, 76 middle linebacker, 77 corner, 76 D tackle, 78 right end, 76 corner, 81 right outside linebacker who's a coverage guy, 77 left end, 78 free safety, 82 middle linebacker, 78 corner, 80 corner, 78 outside linebacker, and an 80 punter. So I did end up keeping the punter because I didn't have one that was very good. So later on, when I don't need him anymore, I'll quick sell him. But I'm going to go ahead and generate best lineup, and you're going to see my overall go from a 75 all the way to a 79. Alright guys, so this is from a game of duo squads with my buddy Jason25 after we had some additions to the squad. As you see right here, getting a lurk, running it back, making guys miss, catching a block, and getting into the end zone. We were very, very excited to actually have a solid squad after getting the crap kicked out of us when we didn't have a team. So these players were a big, big difference for us. All right, guys, so this is 4th and 4. We're up by 7. These guys are going for it. And I'm going to lurk that. My buddy got one. I had to get one too. Put a little juke move on. All right, guys, 4th and 12 here. We're on defense. I'm shooting down. I'm lurking that. We're already up 14-0. I'm going to go ahead and take it to the house. Force a rage quit. We're playing trios at this point. All of us have decent squads, and finally we can play at the level we expect ourselves to play. Alright guys, so this game of squads, me and my buddy were absolutely dominating. This was my only incompletion of the game. I was perfect up until this point. I had him wide open on the flea flicker, but unfortunately I got hit as I was throwing the ball. So I did get my first incompletion there. As you'll see right here, just for good measure, I added one more touchdown on the board. You need all those stat objectives early on in a game, so why not run up the score? And then you're going to see right here, player of the game, Joe Burrow. 367 yards, 94.7 completion percentage, and 5 touchdowns. At this point in the game, guys, my team is pretty solid. I'm loving the way the game feels. I'm loving the pass leading, the revamped passing. You don't have to freeform anymore. As long as you get the accuracy right on your release, like you get the ball in the yellow or the blue, you can lead the ball where you want it. Like if you're throwing a corner route, you don't have to high ball to get it over a defender. If you lead it out and up, you can actually put the ball on the sideline, past the defender where he can't get to it. And it's awesome to not have to freeform every single pass to make sure it's going to get there, or make sure you're highballing every single time. Being able to use the left stick like it used to be and lead the ball where you want it to go, and your quarterback putting it there, it's a thing of beauty. Other notes about this game, if you guys haven't played yet: spin moves, absolutely disgusting. If you're not lining up your tackles, you're going to bounce off of people. I've gotten really good at lining up my hit sticks, and this year they actually work. So if you line up a hit stick properly and you hit stick somebody, they're going to fumble a lot more than they would in Madden last year. Madden, there wasn't a whole lot of fumbles for like the first 5-6 months of the game last year. Obviously, once they started giving everybody enforcer and all these light up abilities and stuff, it was different. But this is nice. People who are actually lining up their hit sticks properly get rewarded, and people who are just whiffing hit sticks, they're going to get punished. I think this is the best football game I've played in a long time. Obviously, it's very early. It's only been out for a day. But as of right now, this is a better product than Madden has put out in at least 5-6 years. I'm going to be playing this game a ton. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. So guys, I was kind of rambling. I got excited talking about how much I'm enjoying this game, and I almost forgot to show you guys my current lineup before I end the video. So offense is pretty much the same, other than I did get this 83 running back, and I also got this 88 outside linebacker, Abdul Carter. So both of these cards at level 13, you get an 80 plus B&D pack. You get to pick 2 options out of that pack. They're all 80 pluses. And I got super lucky and got an 88 and an 83 out of it. So it gave me 2 new starters. The 88, he's an absolute monster of a pass rusher. You could use him as a user if you wanted to. He's like 6'3", 250. I think he has 84 speed. Good power move, good block shed. He's good at everything. I wouldn't drop him in coverage on his own, but if you user him, he's definitely, a feasible user with that speed and that height. But like I said, guys, absolutely loving this game. Going to be playing it a ton until Madden comes out. Then obviously I'm going to have to figure out which one I like more. But I want to pump out content on both games. I will be doing some Dynasty stuff in the coming days. I got this game on Xbox as well as PS5, but both of my buddies got it on PS5, so I'm not able to do Dynasty with them until the standard edition releases, because I didn't get the deluxe edition on both consoles because I knew I wasn't going to play Ultimate Team on both. So whenever I get the game on PS5, me and my buddies are going to start a Dynasty. I think it's going to be at least 4 of us, maybe 5 of us. And we're going to rebuild some really bad teams. So I will be making content on that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to smack that like button. Hit that sub button if you're new. Turn notifications on. As always, everyone have a great day. I'm out.